Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are all staying well, healthy, and safe out there with this whole coronavirus situation, which is actually why I'm here today. I wanted to talk to you guys about some tips and some advice of things that you can be doing to work on your business while you're staying at home. So let's get started. First things first, be grateful. A lot of people are being affected about the situation in different ways. Industries are changing, businesses are changing, they have to adjust. The government is doing their best at dealing with the situation. So just be grateful for the things that you do have. You have a roof, you have food, your family, your health, most importantly, because other people are battling with their health at the moment. Be grateful and look at the positive side of things. You're spending more time with your family, spending quality time with your family because there's nothing really else to do other than staying at home and talking to each other. Let's just look at the bright side of things for a second here, because if we just look at the negative things and the media and everything, we're just gonna go crazy. So let's, first things first, be grateful and realize that this is gonna be okay. There is a solution for everything. It might take a couple of weeks, it might take a couple months, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but it's gonna be okay no matter what happens. Stay informed, because the more knowledge that you have, the more knowledge you'll be able to pass on to others, meaning your audience or your clientele. And if you're in the real estate industry, for example, be sure to stay informed, stay on top of things, because your clients or your leads, potential leads that you were closing or anything like that, they might be wondering, oh, what's going to happen? Am I going to be able to buy a house? They might have questions. And the more informed that you are, the more informed answers you can give them. And that goes for any industry as well. So stay informed, stay on top of things, and be sure to share that knowledge with your customers. And I'll get into that in a second. The next thing is to take this time to work on your business and not just lay around all day and you do nothing. It's okay to do those things. It's okay to watch Netflix, watch TV, hang out with your family, but just set aside some time to work on your business, even though it's not maybe shut down or whatever the situation may be. Take this time to organize leads, take this time to work on systems and processes, organize your contacts, organize your database, do some follow-ups. Hey, are you okay? Do you need anything? Make sure that you're doing business development, because when everything goes back to normal and you want to be prepared, you're ready to go and you don't have to, kind of be delayed or anything like that. And I know this might be hard if you have kids or, depending on your situation, but just try to do a little bit of business development and work on your business a little bit. Take this time to work on social media, build your personal brand, build your business brand, give updates to your current clients and your followers on social media. If your business has a Facebook page, make sure that you're updating your clients. Hey, we're closed for a little bit. This is the measure, or if you are open for business, be sure that you're explaining to your clients, hey, this is how we're doing business now, the measurements that we're taking for your safety and our team safety, different things like that. Be sure to work on marketing. It's very, very important to stay relevant, even though you're not doing business, if that makes sense. I mentioned earlier systems and processes. That's also really important. Take this time to look back at feedback, surveys, ask your customers' opinions, and redefine systems and processes, because if you're running a business and you're not looking back at your systems and processes and not changing them and updating them, then it's not gonna evolve eventually. So go back and look at things you can do differently for that will benefit your customers and things like that. Something that I'm personally doing in my business at this time, that's what I'm mainly focusing on, changing the way I do things, changing the way we are delivering our services, adding new services, adjusting to this whole situation. So be sure to look back at your systems and your processes. Work on yourself during this time. Self and personal development, not just business development. The more you educate yourself and the more knowledgeable you are, obviously, the more your business is going to benefit from it. So webinars, seminars, trainings, things like that. And also a lot of them are offering huge discounts because there's so many people that entrepreneurs that are now working from home and have the time to do these things. So be sure to select a seminar of your preference, a webinar of your preference, according to your industry and according to the topics that you're looking for. If it's finances or money management, real estate, things like that. There's so many webinars and trainings on online that you can do to work on yourself and personal development. So be sure to check that out. I might suggest looking on YouTube and Eventbrite for those. Not just attend those webinars and seminars, but also you can also host them yourself. And this is something that I've been talking to my clients at the moment who are going through this coronavirus situation. They can still work on their online presence through webinars, social media, hosting online events, basically Facebook Lives, things like that you can do to stay relevant and stay connected, most importantly, with your audience. Next is to have a routine. I know during this time, it's hard to have a routine and it's hard to kind of feel productive maybe if you don't have your own home office or anything like that, but try to stick to your routine. If you wake up every day at 5 a.m., work out, and then get to work, try to keep that routine so that this whole situation blows off, you can get back to your routine. And not just that, but it helps you to stay more productive during your work from home days. And include in that routine to do follow-ups and cold calls if your business requires that, because I know for some people it doesn't. But if, for example, realtors, keep doing your cold calls, keep doing your follow-ups, change up your scripts, and you'll see that you can still build a connection and potentially do a sale if it happens, just because there's people that do need to sell their houses. If it's like a death in the family or another situation they have to move or anything, people do have to sell their houses and different circumstances. So be sure that you're doing your cold calls and your follow-ups, and also your emails and your text and your marketing and things like that as well. I'm going to leave in the description below some resources that you guys can use if you're an entrepreneur, a business or small business owner, a business owner, anything, a realtor. I'll also leave some resources for you, and that way you can get informed as to what are the laws that are changing, or what are the things that are being implemented to adjust to the coronavirus situation. And then the last thing, really, you have free time, so be sure to use it wisely. If you have a side hustle that you've been wanting to work on and you've never had time, or you've had that excuse of, oh, I never have time for this, I never have time for that, this is the time that you're getting to do this. So if you have a side hustle that you want to open up an online store, this is the time to do it. Work on that and get that set up and get that going for you, so that you can have first of all, your mind busy, and second of all, you're finally getting time to work on that. And you never know what's going to happen or where it could go, and if your product will help other people, your service, whatever it is. Do that. I definitely highly suggest working on side hustles. One more thing, going back to the routine, be sure that you're, staying healthy, doing your workout, going out for a walk, getting some sun, things like that. I think that's all the tips that I have for you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any other tips, leave them below as well, and I would love to check them out. I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Bye.